is too heavy.
The story of Ehud is during the Israel times. Many call him the deliverer of Israel. Ehud was a left-handed man from Israel, different from most, but chosen for a special purpose. God had given him a mission, one that would require courage, patience, and perfect timing.
Move! King Ehud awaits!
For many years, the people of Israel lived in pain under a cruel and powerful ruler.
Cannot endure this!
That ruler was King Eglon of Moab, a man who lived in wealth, comfort, and pride. But Ehud had made a careful and dangerous plan that no one else knew about. He quietly hid a sharp dagger on his belt. Soon, Ehud joined a group of men who were sent to bring gifts and gold to the king. Together, they walked toward the palace. When they arrived, Ehud stepped forward and bowed respectfully before the king. Even as he showed honor, his eyes stayed alert, watching everything around him.
Ah, a fine tribute. It pleases me greatly.
The king smiled as he saw the gifts. Greed filled his eyes as he took them.
Will fill my coffers well.
Ehud then turned and began to leave with the others, just as expected. But suddenly, he stopped and slowly looked back toward the king.
I have a secret message for you, O king.
Ehud said quietly. The king raised his hand, wanting to hear more.
Servants, leave the room at once. I require solitude.
The king ordered all his servants to leave the room at once. One by one, they walked out. The doors closed behind them with a heavy sound, sealing the quiet room. Now, Ehud stood alone with the king, and the moment had come.
My king, I bring a secret message.
Ehud stepped closer, lowering his voice, as if sharing something important.
From God?
The king leaned forward,
Tell me.
curious and completely unaware of the danger. I have a message from God, Ehud said. The king began to rise from his throne. Ehud quickly reached for his dagger as the king stood there with shock. The king immediately panicked and called him out for treachery. Before the king could react, Ehud struck. The king staggered, then collapsed to the ground. Ehud stepped back, breathing hard. Without wasting even a second, Ehud rushed to the doors of the room. He shut them tightly and locked them from the outside. Then Ehud quietly made his way through a side passage, staying calm and focused. No one noticed him as he walked away and escaped the palace.
The doors are locked. Locked, but we just came from there.
After some time, the servants returned and found the doors still locked. They didn't know what to do.
The king must be resting now.
They assumed the king was resting and did not want to be disturbed.
We will wait.
So they stood there patiently.
The hour is late. We must enter. But what if the master is in a rage? He has been silent too long. Enough. We cannot delay any longer. Look there. What is that?
When they stepped inside, they saw the king lying on the floor. Shock filled their faces, and they stepped back in fear. Meanwhile, Ehud had already escaped far into the hill country. He moved quickly across the land, putting distance between himself and danger. Then Ehud took a trumpet and blew it loudly, and the sound echoed across the land.
Men of Israel, the enemy is near. We must strike now. We are ready, Ehud!
Men began to gather around him, ready to follow his lead into battle.
For our people! Follow me, for the Lord has given victory.
He told them to follow him because God had given them victory. The people listened, filled with courage and ready to move. Together, they rushed to take control of the crossings of the Jordan River.
Israel has triumphed!
The army of Israel fought and defeated the Moabites that day. Victory spread across the land, and fear was gone. After that, the land finally had peace for many years. And Ehud stood quietly